It's great to see you again. I'm not going to talk much today. I know that's difficult to believe, but thank you very much. And none of us are going to do much in the way of introductory remarks. I'm not going to run through all the resumes. They're in your packets. Because we really want to spend just a few minutes, each of us, touching on a couple of key ideas, and then get to your questions. But I do want to just take a moment to respond to at least the reports I heard about the Jim Baylor rant last night. This task force was an interesting experience for me. I'm usually way hanging out there far on the left side of the dial. And I'm also hanging way out there on the sort of broadband speed advocacy side of the dial. And so being in a task force that was as broad and diverse as this one was an interesting experience for me, because I don't usually have to moderate my views. The term moderator is not something I'm very familiar with. And I think that Ballard touched on this in his remarks. They couldn't get to consensus in their report. We did. And we got to consensus across a group of people that you can't imagine. None of us really thought that we could do this at the beginning of this. So I am completely comfortable with the speed goal. I'm in this deal. I'm going to be in this deal until somebody steps out of it, but it won't be me. And the other thing I'd point out is that there's two goals. There's actually three. One goal is a speed number. We had to do that because the legislature told us we had to do that, and so we did. The trouble with speed numbers is that they change every year. I mean, you know, 10 years ago, 128K was still kind of okay. 5 years from now, the speed numbers probably are going to be obsolete. The interesting recommendations, and we have consensus around these two as well, is we want to be 5th in the country and 15th worldwide. Now, I don't know about you, but I've run some companies before, and I've also had the opportunity to run pieces of public companies. And if my boss had come to me and said, Mikey, you got to get your business unit from, pick a number, 15th to 25th, depending on how you measure Minnesota. You got to get from that mid-pack position to 5th in 5 years. I'd be hitting the panic button, because that's a very aggressive goal. Because now you're not just moving up, you're moving up against other people who are also moving up. And so, you know. So I hear you about the numbers, but that's not the big deal. The big deal is 5th. Okay, that's it for me.